Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to see you again. Well, I finally got this kitchen cleaned up after yesterday's huge cooking marathon in which we made 54 freezer breakfasts. So today, for a change of pace, I thought we should do all of the things that I personally think are fun to do. Here's the list. My friends Victoria and Alban are coming for dinner tonight, and to take the easy route, I'm going to serve a first course soup and main course marinated chicken, which I already have in the freezer. We need to organize the rolls of leftover wallpaper that have been stored rather chaotically all over this house. We will make a cake that we can enjoy for afternoon tea today. And I want to clip some of the frozen forsythia branches from the giant shrub in my garden. And those branches will bloom in about 3 weeks' time. We will shop for ingredients at a local farm and arrange some fresh cut flowers for the parlor. But before we do anything, I want to enjoy one of the freezer breakfasts that you and I made together yesterday. The frozen soup is the carrot, ginger, orange version that you and I made together. And the main course, marinated chicken, is the Asian sesame garlic chicken. And I've set both of them to thaw. And now here's my frozen burrito. This won't need but 2 minutes in the microwave on high. And here's the burrito, which should be very hot at this point. So the burritos that you and I made together yesterday were, well, some were filled with scrambled eggs and bacon and red bell pepper. Some were filled with Italian sausage and scrambled eggs and red bell pepper. And some had diced ham and red bell pepper. This one is, I can't even tell yet. This one is scrambled eggs and diced ham. Super delicious. Oh, and there's cheese in here as well. A freezer breakfast and cafe con leche, the breakfast of champions. I'm going to finish this lovely breakfast and then we will get cracking on the cake. The cake we are making is a simple lemon loaf cake, and I will post the recipe in the description below. I'm just arranging my mise en place, getting all of my ingredients ready, and I will go over the ingredients as we use them. I like to have all of my ingredients ready to go before I start baking. So I have my 9 by 5 inch loaf pan here. I'm spraying with baking spray. Baking spray contains flour. We need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. So all of my ingredients are ready to go, except for the flour. I need 195 grams of self-rising flour, and that's 1.5 cups of flour. But I always weigh my flour. So this is one of those cakes that you can make in just one bowl. And the first thing I need is 3 large eggs at room temperature. I want to beat the eggs really well. I think it's fun to enjoy afternoon tea with some sweet treat. Then we can beat in 1 cup or 200 grams of granulated sugar, 1 cup or 240 grams of sour cream, a half cup or 120 mils of some neutral tasting oil. I'm using avocado oil. Then we need the grated zest of 1 lemon. I'm looking for my lemon zester. And to really boost the lemon flavor, you can use up to 2 tablespoons of pure lemon extract. I don't think I have 2 tablespoons worth in this bottle. Maybe 2 teaspoons worth. But it will still really brighten the cake's aroma. Then we can fold in the flour. And you don't want to overmix the flour, otherwise you will develop the gluten and you'll end up with a tough cake. So the batter should be a little lumpy. So you really just fold only until the flour disappears into the batter. Then we can pour this goodness into the prepared loaf pan, which again is 9 inches by 5 inches. It smells just wonderful, and we haven't even baked the cake yet. I'm going to bake this cake until it puffs and is done. That will take from 50 to 55 minutes. And while the cake is baking, I'm going to clean up my workstation, and then we can start organizing the wallpaper. If you were with me a couple of weeks ago when I organized my Christmas wrapping paper, you know that I purchased a special tote for wrapping paper. Well, I bought 2 more of the totes, one to give to Lizette, and another one for me that I can use for the wallpaper. And I know several of you have purchased this very same wrapping paper tote, and you've told me that you love it. Comes with safety belts. And then this section is the bottom. And it comes with a divider, but I don't think I'm going to need the divider today. Let me fetch the wallpaper. Again, that wallpaper, well, it's remnants of wallpaper, and they are scattered all over the house. So this is the wallpaper that we have in the music room. Sadly, this paper is no longer being manufactured. It's a chinoiserie wallpaper. There's more of the same and more. You see how this paper got damaged? That's because I didn't have the paper organized. This is the paper that we have in the entrance hall. To show how important it is for me to be organized with things, I cannot find the remnants of wallpaper from my pantry or from my parlor. I will have to find them and add them to this batch. Meanwhile, I'm going to tuck this paper in. Once these little belts are in place, the paper will not become unraveled. And I have plenty of room left in this tote for when I do find the other wallpaper remnants. They might be up in the attic. And I'm going to store this in the same closet in which I stored the gift wrapping paper. And now it's snowing lightly outside, but I want to go out to clip some forsythia branches. The shrub is frozen right now. I mean, it's dormant, but again, the branches will bloom in about 3 weeks' time if put in a vase and placed in a warmish room. Forsythia is a fast-growing deciduous shrub. It is named after John Forsyth, a Scottish botanist who founded the Royal Horticultural Society in the 18th century. Put my coat away and grab a vase. Forcing forsythia branches is a project that I do every year. The shrubs only need 30 cumulative hours of below 40-degree temperatures before you can cut them and force them into bloom. And we've been very cold here, certainly below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So these branches will be very eager to bloom. I need water. Actually, I think this vase will look a little better because it's a little wider. So as I was saying, I force forsythia every year at this time, and if we can find a clip from some of the forsythia that we forced last year, we will insert it into this video. Forsythia's golden flowers bring me great joy in winter. And I'm cutting the stems at varying lengths just to create a sculptural effect. Even these tiny little stems can be forced in a tiny little vase. And if you're not familiar with forsythia, it has golden yellow flowers. It's the first shrub, I think it's the first shrub to bloom on my property in spring. And there we are. It doesn't look like much right now, but once this is covered with yellow flowers, it will look spectacular. Let's bring this into the dining room. We can make a tiny arrangement of forsythia in this tiny vase. I might place this in one of the bathrooms. It's nice to be able to enjoy springtime twice. Once in winter with forced branches, and the other in actual springtime. And here is our beautiful and simple little lemon loaf cake. It smells just heavenly. We need to let this cool before we can ice it. And while we wait for that to happen, I think we should make a trip to a local farm. I need to buy more eggs. We can also stop by the local flower shop, and then we can make an arrangement for either the parlor or the music room. So please take a short drive with me.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to
Communing with animals brings me great happiness. There is no shortage of handsome farm creatures here at Kinderhook Farm.
you. Ooh, so slow. Hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to
Kinderhook Farm offers eggs from their free-range hens. Each carton contains eggs in a variety of colors. The colors indicate the different varieties of hens. I couldn't resist spending a moment with one of the farm's dogs. He or she seems to enjoy a good game of fetch. Now we can visit the local flower shop. And hallelujah, we have another dog to play with. Just putting my apron back on. Well, it was great fun going to Kinderhook Farm. I love seeing the chickens and the roosters and the sheep and the cows there. And now I want to protect my work surface by putting some old landscape fabric here. Don't need you. And then we can arrange the flowers. Earlier I mentioned that today we are doing all of the things that make me happy, and having fresh cut flowers in the house definitely makes me happy. Floral preservative. And then I have the upright yew that I just clipped from the garden. I love using upright U in vase arrangements because it really helps create a grid that holds the florist flowers in place. So we have a purple, blue, white, yellow, and green arrangement. I think this will look beautiful in the music room, but for now, I'm going to enjoy it in the kitchen. I'm going to make a very simple icing with just confectioner's sugar, lemon juice, and I think that's it. Here is the lemon that we zested earlier for the cake. Could even use limoncello for this icing. In fact, I think I will do just that. Oh, this smells wonderful. Limoncello. Just a splash. Well, I think this is the right consistency for the cake. Thick, but still pourable. And on goes the glaze. And then we can gild this lily with some organic food-grade lavender blossoms. Now, I bought these blossoms about a year ago, and then I vacuum sealed them. So let me see if I can pop the lid. There we go. Of course, I want to re-vacuum seal this lid. I love this jar vacuum sealer. Perfectly tight seal. While we wait for the icing to set up on this cake, we can bring the flowers into the music room, and then somebody needs to practice piano. And after that, we can brew some tea and enjoy tea and cake. that was a tough practice session, and I hope I did not offend your ears. Now, for this cake, I think that chai black tea is the correct tea. This is the tea that I buy at Tierra Farm. We will have to visit Tierra Farm again soon. Let's enjoy some tea and cake. Oh, this is a lovely tea. I never put milk in my chai black tea. So now let's tuck into this cake. This cake is just fantastic. Super moist, super lemony, super delicious, and super easy to make because all we needed was a bowl, a whisk, and a spatula. Thank you so much for spending time with me today as we prepared a breakfast freezer meal and we organized the wallpaper. We made this glorious cake. We purchased eggs from a local farm and we arranged flowers that came from a local flower shop. Now I need to bring in some firewood and set the table and prepare for my dinner guests. We do a lot of gardening, cooking, and home beautification projects on this channel. So if you have not yet subscribed, I hope you will do so. And be sure to tap the little bell icon so that you can receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Again, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye for now, friends.